It's easy to talk about not clinging to possessions until the object of your years of sacrifice is maliciously destroyed. They say to let things go. I say make them pay for it. Before we begin, let me know where you're joining from today. My ultimate reward, the Lotus Emira, a $100,000 dream. I spent nights in my 20s watching clips, obsessed with that engine's roar, picturing the moment I'd finally sit in the driver's seat. It demanded 4 years of sacrifice. No trips, no splurges, driving a beaten sedan that coughed and sputtered until the end. But the moment I finally guided it into my quiet HOA-controlled street, the struggle vanished. My neighbor Alex rushed over, phone up, already filming. "Man, you really pulled it off," he laughed. We examined the satin silver body, the sharp lines, the low hum of the motor as if it were a masterpiece. Not everyone saw it that way. Meet Carol, an HOA board member with too much authority and time. Mid-50s, sharp haircut, dressed for a corporate inspection. She appeared at the foot of my driveway one day, arms locked, shades hiding her eyes, staring as if my car had insulted her family's honor. I offered a small wave. She just left. For the next fortnight, she was a ghost, circling in her hybrid, jotting in a pad, pretending to scrutinize mailboxes and lawns. Then the direct attack. Clipboard in hand, on my porch, she stated flatly, "Your vehicle is disruptive. It depresses home values and clashes with our community's quiet image. Swap it for something more appropriate. An electric sedan would be ideal." I almost chuckled. I'd memorized the HOA rules. No clause forbidding performance cars. I drove carefully, never wore the engine late, never obstructed the road. I was the perfect resident. Weeks went by. No new vehicle arrived, just the satisfying growl of my Emira each dawn. Then, after a neighborhood meeting hosted at her home, which he didn't attend, I returned to a scene of chaos. Bright red paint defaced the rear glass. The words, "You were warned." All tires gashed open. Both mirrors shattered on the pavement. My fingers trembled, pulling up my security feed. And there she was, hood up, gloved, can in hand. She even offered a crude gesture to the lens before leaving. This had escalated past petty rule enforcement. Under the law, this was a serious felony, and I decided she wouldn't escape the consequences. I phoned my lawyer, Leo, immediately. We analyzed the footage frame by frame, enhancing the image to confirm her identity, her stance, her smug grin at the camera. No doubt, Carol had turned my property into a target. The cost was staggering. 4 high-end tires, $850 each. 2 mirror assemblies, $1,300. Specialized paint correction to salvage the custom finish, $7,000. A rental car during repairs, $2,200. Total damages over $11,350. Leo clarified the law. We could pursue full financial recovery in civil court. And given the amount, criminal charges for felony property destruction were applicable. We filed both. But before the legal process advanced, I wanted our neighbors to see her true nature. The following HOA gathering was the stage. Carol sat stiffly, arms folded, acting like a presiding official. During open remarks, I stood, connected my device, and cast the security video onto the main wall. The room froze. Carol squirmed, her gaze flickering around as the recording played. Her methodical approach with the paint, the deliberate slicing of each tire, her calm departure as if finishing ashore. "That's fake. This is intimidation. I was upholding community standards, guarding our peace." A wave of skeptical whispers filled the space. Leo's voice cut through from the back.
Legally, this is felony vandalism. She will be held accountable in a court of law. Her color drained from her face. I stayed quiet. The proof was louder than any shout. 2 days later, officers delivered a criminal summons to her doorstep. The glare she shot me from across the street wasn't fury anymore. It was panic. And that, honestly, felt like the first real victory. But it wasn't over. The trial was coming, and I was determined to reclaim every cent, every moment of peace she'd stolen, multiplied. Court date arrived. Carol entered wearing a strained, polite smile, as if pleasantries could undo crystal-clear video evidence. My attorney presented a clean case. The video, the invoices, her own HOA memos complaining about my ostentatious machine. The judge was blunt. Using your position to commit deliberate property damage is not only illegal, it is a profound betrayal of communal trust. Convicted of felony vandalism and malicious mischief, she was ordered to pay $14,000, covering repairs, the rental, and my legal costs, plus court-mandated restitution. She had 1 month to pay or face asset seizure under the law. 2 months later, her home grew still. The curtains remained drawn. Then, one morning, a moving van pulled up. By evening, Carol was gone. No farewells, just an empty house. I didn't celebrate. I simply took my Amira, its body restored, its wheels new, its heart purring, for one slow lap around the block. A few neighbors nodded. Someone gave a thumbs up. I parked, stepped out, and finally inhaled without that old familiar tightness in my chest. Sometimes justice isn't about volume. It's about evidence, patience, and the law. If you believe in holding people accountable, show some support. Smash that like button and follow the channel Winds of Thought for more tales where the truth wins.